I want to share my screen real quick and let's see, window. There we go. Okay. Now, if you see here, this lady, she says, after 21 years married, I've asked my husband for a divorce. After 21 years, I feel happy and excited about a new chapter. So it's 21 years of marriage, right? And let's not assume anything. Let's just take what we can obviously get from it. We're not going to talk about the quality of her marriage or whatever, but she was married for 21 years. So the marriage was at least good enough to last for 2 decades. And at this point, you could say, assume let's say she got married very young, around 20. She's 40 something years old right now. And then, so she's very excited about this new chapter in her life. And Alyssa replies to her comment, giving her a nice smack of reality, and says, well, let me just say, you'll be extremely lucky if a new chapter is waiting for you. I've been divorced for 20 years and I haven't found anyone yet. Biggest mistake I ever made. So what are your thoughts on that, Mubarak?
I mean, it's very sobering, right? Because a lot of people, not just women, but men, women, when they're either they feel like they can do better or they want out of the relationship, they're thinking, they definitely can do better. There's something, someone better for them. But the sobering reality for women is that it's just not likely. And the more likely scenario, as the original lady who posted how after 21 years, the more likely scenario is what the woman who replied to gave, and that is,
Yes.
that knight in shining armor, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Right. It's not to say that that never happens, that you don't actually find someone better for you or you find some happiness. There's lots of people that do, but majority of people wind up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
still struggling,
Yes.
and it's a very, very real possibility.
Yeah.
So, kind of to start it off, to really know what you're up against, if you're in a similar area, age range, you know, situation as the woman who posted this here.
And, I want to really point out is that you really have to kind of weigh your options, look at the pluses and negatives of the decisions that you're about to make, and look at the reality of the situation. And this goes for men and women, and look at what is the most likely scenario that I'm going to be in. And as Mubarak mentioned, the new chapter and finding a new man that's going to be so much better than your previous husband, the odds are very slim that you're going to find a man that can give you the same level of relationship you had with someone you just had for 21 years. Very, very low likelihood of that happening. And what's most likely is going to happen is that, you may have think that during your 21 years of marriage that you were like, oh, I have to deal with so much and put up with this and put up with that. Well, yeah, that's marriage. But your husband was doing the same thing for 21 years, right? However, you're going to have to put up with much more and settle for much less to get a piece of what you actually had for that 21 years. And the sad thing is that a lot of women don't actually admit to this because they feel like if I do admit to this, it's gonna be like I lost, right? At least Alyssa had the wherewithal and the integrity and the courage to say like, yeah, I messed up. I made a mistake, and you don't want to make a mistake. But let's say, let's get into the reality of what actually goes on, and you're in the situation now. You didn't you're in this situation where the reality is, what Alyssa said. How do you actually become successful and make the best out of that opportunity? And what advice can we start giving women that are in these situations?